Today, Stephane Malouin, Director of Sales, and Roshan.teeluck, Partner Manager, will be your speakers. So we're going to have a quick look at today's agenda. You're going to see that we're going to do a quick overview of OVHCloud. Then we'll speak briefly about digital transformation and the multi-cloud opportunity, followed by our core subject, the OVHCloud Partner Program. We'll be taking all questions at the end of the presentation, but feel free to ask them throughout the entire presentation through the little questions chat box or directly in the chat box. And I'll also be addressing all your technical issues throughout the presentation. Please note, our presentation is currently being recorded, so you will receive the recording as well as the presentation in the follow-up email that you're probably receiving tomorrow. If you have any additional questions after the webinar, please do not hesitate to stay in touch with us directly. And that's going to start off our webinar for today. I'll pass you over to Stephane, who will get you guys started. Have a great day and enjoy the webinar.
Hello, everyone. My name is Stephane Malouin. I'm the Director of Sales at OVH here in Montreal. So I will just go briefly over who OVH is, and I promise I won't take too much of your time. So I will start by saying that we are a global partner. So being a global partner means that we have 30 data centers across the world. We're powered by more than 22,000 employees. We actually invested recently 1.5 billion euros in our infrastructure and our facilities. We run, I don't know, about almost 400,000 physical servers across the world. So this is what we do, and we've been doing this for the last 20 years worldwide. But more important, we've also had a local presence here in North America. And in North America, we have 3 data centers. Roshan, next slide, please. Yes, so we have one in Montreal. We have BHS, which is our Beauharnois data center. It's located about 40 kilometers away from Montreal. And in that data center, we have a capacity of about 360,000 servers. So it makes it actually one of the largest data center in the world. We're the only non-American worldwide cloud provider. And to make our presence here in North America bigger, we actually have opened data centers in Vint Hill near Washington, D.C. on the East Coast, and on the West Coast, we also have another data center in Hillsboro. So as a side note, when we build our own data center, because we build from scratch, from the ground up, we build our data center with sustainability in mind. It's always a priority for OVH, and that's why we use green technologies like water cooling, using smart and innovative technologies like water cooling allows us to keep actually our carbon footprint to a minimum. Actually, when we look at the specs for our data centers, we have a PUE efficiency of 1.09, which is, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's actually exceptional as far as PUE is concerned. But what do we do in those data centers? Well, what we do can actually be broken down in about 5 categories, which is web, cloud, and telecom. Telecom, by the way, we only do in Europe, but web, like web presence, web domain, web hosting, we have those here in North America, and they're available to our customers and partners. We do obviously private cloud, public cloud, storage, and like object storage, cold storage, and most of our storages are also S3 compatible. So it makes it easy to transition from other players if you're interested in storing your data with OVH. We also have a slew of other functionality like network, direct connection to our network, direct connection to our data centers, security offering, and also stuff like IP load balancer. It's also nice, but all that stuff is also very important that it be secured. So for that reason, at OVH, we take pride in making all our infrastructure very secured, and we are a trusted, proven partner, and we make sure that we have all the compliances and certification like ISO 27001, SOC 1, 2, PCI DSS, name it, we have it. And even here, locally in North America, we have obtained the protected B, so the PBMM protected certification. This allows us to host and store data, sensitive data from the government. So should you have any of your customers that deal with the government, we are certified to host data that is protected. So for that, I'm going to turn over the presentation to Roshan, my teammate, and he's going to talk to you about digital transformation and the multi-cloud opportunity that you will have if you ever join the partner program and become a partner for OVH.
Thank you, Stephane. So whatever, good morning. First, good morning, everyone. So like you already said, we're going to go in further details how partners, in fact, win with OVHCloud and the benefits of being a partner. And also talk a bit about what is digital transformation and the challenges and the opportunities arising from the multi-cloud. Now, everyone knows like digital transformation is already happening. As you can see here, like there's a lot of stuff, but among the factors, we have 5G, companies the fastest to innovate wins first, and AI, machine learning are amongst the triggers. But that has sharply accelerated during the recent month because of COVID, obviously. Everyone wants to be online. Everyone wants to be digital. But the transition is not that simple. However, there lies the opportunities. As we can see that here, the market is ripe for this. The data is not lying, as you can see here. As an example, cloud spending in Canada will grow from 5.8 billion in 2019 to over 10.3 billion in 2023, like over a 4 year span period, like it's doubling. Now, just imagine the size of the market in the rest of our Americas, most probably double or triple. We don't have the data. The data I've compiled here is from IDC, but in terms of a LATAM market around us, it's exploding. So basically, the multi-cloud adoption is happening. So, but what is the multi-cloud? So multi-cloud is basically the private cloud, the public cloud, and hybrid cloud. However, there's various definition of what we talk about private cloud and public cloud. Microsoft has one definition, AWS has one definition. Here at OVH, we have our own definition. So broadly speaking, let's say a private cloud consists of computing resources used exclusively by one business, and the services and infrastructure are always maintained on the private network, and the hardware and software are dedicated. At OVHcloud, our private cloud combines with the scalability of a cloud with 100% dedicated hardware infrastructure. Basically, our platform is virtualized using VMware technology, as is completely managed by us. You just simply create unlimited virtual machines, VMs, from the vSphere interface, and this is how we define it at OVHcloud. What about public cloud? Well, public cloud basically it is when the cloud resources like servers, storage, network are owned and operated by a third-party cloud service provider and delivered over the internet. OVHcloud public cloud is based on OpenStack and Kubernetes for containers, which is a dynamic cloud environment of which you remain the architect. And since our architecture is based on open platform, it is easy for OVHcloud to integrate the hybrid cloud, which is a mix of private, public cloud, and on-premise. So for partners and customers alike, it is very important to understand the complexities of cloud adoption or the complexities of multi-cloud. And here comes the challenges. The opportunities to grow a business in the multi-cloud are plentiful, but there are challenges as well. What are the challenges? How do you protect your existing revenue? That's one of the main first challenge that partners that come into the cloud ecosystem encounter. The customers that you were initially selling server, storage, network, suddenly is asking you for a quote based on a cloud service provider. And the first thing that happens is, okay, so I'm not getting a once-off contract. The earnings here are recurring instead of a once-off contract. How do you tackle this? The second challenge that comes directly with that is, how do you operate operationally and commercially? Like, have your people been trained selling cloud? Because we've been always been trained on selling on-premises solution. And for example, operationally, cloud technology, for example, requires monthly billing. Is your invoicing ready for this? The other challenge is, as you move to the cloud, there's new services that emerge. When you shift from on-premise to cloud, do you as a partner have the necessary expertise? Should you build the expertise or partner on the other company that has these expertise? For example, building an expertise to migrate for migration of application to the cloud is very costly because you have to train your people, get them certified, etc., etc. But then it can be very rewarding in the long run because then you develop a niche practice, like you say, around a set of applications, which many partners have already done. And the fourth challenge, of course, is, okay, so there's the multi-cloud. So what deployment models are needed? Like, do you go private? Do you go public, hybrid? Like, if you're speaking to your customers, they won't know. They're going to ask you for advice. Hey, so what do you think is best for me? Is it public? Is it private? And then, so you need to understand the practice around that. But then this challenge brings opportunities as well. For example, you can build a consultancy practice around that, whereby you can guide your customers, which is the best solution. Is it private? Is it public? Is it a mix of, like we say, hybrid? And of course, the fifth challenge is, how do you integrate the third-party solutions? Because of course, you just don't go to the cloud. There's applications, but then you need to monitor these applications. You need to ensure that they are secured. You need to do backups, automations, and so forth. So there's these different things, and here the list is not exhaustive. I'm just mentioning the main one. But of course, anyone in the field will know that there's many other challenges that needs to be addressed. But then OVHCloud, since we've been in this business for years now, is here to help you solve these questions. We can offer a breadth of services that can help you in this journey. And I'm going to show you how we can help you market faster than your competition by having the freedom to choose. Now, I'm going to come to this later again, but our partner program contract is non-exclusive, meaning you have a choice to work with other vendors. Working with OVHCloud as a partner reduces your risk, as we already have off-shelf solutions that we can offer to your customers. Okay, and our proposition enables partners to cross-sell into existing cloud customers, as well as find new customers for you. Basically, what we give you is freedom to choose, reduction of risk, and increase flexibility. This brings us to our partner program. And before I deep dive into that, I'll just reiterate the 5 key segments that our partners can benefit from, which is cloud, server, public cloud, and enterprise. There's a breadth of solutions that we can provide, and partners can leverage on our platforms to create opportunities to sell and add these services on top. Example, you can do migration, you can provide training, you can provide technical support, which will become a recurring revenue for your business as you grow your customer base. Meaning that we create sales opportunities from today's challenges. If you analyze the market today, customers are embracing multi-cloud and a hybrid approach to innovate faster. They don't have a choice right now. It's that or die. So basically, the hyperscaler cloud market today is crowded. You've got everyone proposing everything. And it's kind of, how do you differentiate yourselves? This means that many of you probably are competing using the same vendors. And then you have to drastically lower your margin in order to win. I've been working at partners. I know partners sometimes work at 1%, 2% in order to win. Some even go below margin just to get that customer. And then, of course, they get some what they call rebates, but then that means nothing because upfront you're not getting anything. And then partners take years in order to recoup the investment they have done, in order, for example, to get certified, train their people. So it's an expensive partnership entry and growth costs. Not to mention the time to market takes a lot of time and money. So one thing that we need to clarify is, so before I go again into the detail of a partner program, I want to show you how you can leverage OVHCloud to get better margin. Okay, we call these bullets. That's the orange bullet, you've got the blue bullet. Now, you can see here that the orange bullet is with traditional cloud vendors, and the blue one is with OVH. Now, you can clearly see here that we can provide you with better margin. We are among the most competitive in the market. Now, you can say, hey, every other vendor is going to tell us that they are most competitive of market. So what guarantee can you give us that you are better on the market? Well, how can we provide better margin? It's because we own and we build and we manage our own data centers from end to end. We even built our own servers. Okay, we own our own fiber network. And then based on the volume, we do get highest discount from ISVs and software vendors, for example, VMware. So then what we do is that we pass on the savings to our customers and partners. So what does that mean really for you as partners? Meaning that you're getting a really, really, really good price in order to, and based on that really cost-effective price, you can make a really compelling business case to your customers to go ahead with their project, because it's not that expensive. It's really compelling. If you go on our website, you can really see the different prices. It's really, really low as compared to competition. So this brings us to our partner program. We already said the what, the why, and now we're going to see the, what is the partner program, how you're going to win with us. Basically, based on the number of years that OVH has been working in the market, we designed this program to bring our partners and their customers exactly what they expect, like an alternative cloud that allows you to keep the right kind of control. The word control is very important here. Avoid unpleasant surprises. Hey, sudden price hike. Hey, why is this increasing in my why is sudden hike per month? The billing. You don't understand. Many of you have already encountered that. And then you save time and money, basically. But program has been built for and with the partners around the world. Basically, we didn't build the program, based on our. So we surveyed partners, we work with partners, and also, okay, what would a good program for you be? So let's have a look about what really our partner program entails. It is basically partner benefit from two value arms: the sales creation part and the sales enablement part. You can see here the different details about the sales creation and the sales enablement. Because we firmly believe that a trained partner will be more successful and will generate more sales and margin if we enable them properly. For example, once a partner is onboarded, we provide an enablement roadmap. And advanced partners that you're going to see afterwards get to participate in our partner academy, free of charge. You don't have to pay. And then you get priority, they get priority access to our technical support. Now, when I say free of charge, like if you compare with other vendors, there's a lot of cost associated with their training. And for advanced partners, it's not only that. We also accompany our partners to help them generate more business. So this is the sales creation part, lead generation. Okay, there's on our website, they are located in our partner locator, whereby customers can look for them based on their application expertise geography. So we accompany them to generate more business. For example, we can do co-events with them, account and business development, proof of concepts, and much more. So basically, this is how we accelerate your cloud sales from scratch, from nothing to really, really exciting numbers. Let's now have a look at the partnership levels. You already heard the word advanced, so now let's say, okay, what is advanced? So basically, the reason we've divided these is because some partners wanted just to start, and some partners already have some expertise, and they say, no, we can go directly to a more advanced level. So we have divided the partnership into two levels, standard and advanced. Like you can read here, our standard partner program helps you get started with OVHCloud. It increases your knowledge on our products and support levels in order to increase new customer acquisition or migrate other customers. You also enjoy a non-exclusive partnership contract. This is very important. I know that some partners, when you sign with them, they will tell you, hey, so if you're going to sign with another partner, you need to tell us that you're signing with other partners, or even there's some clause there that you can't work with other partners. No, this is not us. It's open. That's called non-exclusive. And then there's a specific onboarding process. Free access to our partner webinars, and a full range of sales and technical literature that normally you can get on our portal, which is really, really a lot of documentation here. So what about the advanced partner? Well, the advanced partner program is about enabling you to take full advantage of OVHCloud to increase your revenue. We guarantee a stronger mutual commitment and concrete benefits that is going to help you. So I'm going to put that into a more visual aspect so that you can read. So here at the top, you see the standard partner, non-exclusive agreement, advanced level support, monthly newsletter, webinars, partner directory, partner portal, access to the partner portal, and advanced partners on top and above that. You get to be included in our partner academy. You get access to an account manager. We communicate with you with our roadmap. So there's an advisory board that advanced partners communicate, and they're also very important co-marketing. So for example, you can ask me a question, so what is the Partner Academy? So basically, the Partner Academy is a training dedicated for partners' resources to enhance their skill in order to better support, sell, and and also be able to talk about OVHCloud. Now, to summarize all that in a nutshell, in terms of a partner program, what I can say is that the partner program that has been designed is very simple, quick to join. It takes like 5 minutes to go on the website, register yourself, and then the validation process, like it normally takes 24 hours. Unless there's a backlog, but if you do that right now, normally it's getting quicker and quicker. So it's quick to join. And also the time to market is very short and no costly certification process. So you don't have to start spending money to be able to participate in our program, and no training, no lengthy training courses to complete. Of course, as we go along, there will be training times and again, but the investment from your part is not really monetary wise, it's more on the resources and the commitment that we ask our partners. So in terms, like I already said, it's not about the contract, it's more about a commitment that our partners and us work towards too. So if working on a project together, it's a sort of commitment. It's non-signed and it's a verbal commitment that yes, we're going to work together. If there's a signed contract, yes, but then we're going to ensure that we push OVHCloud and we sell and benefit mutually together. I think I'm going to end here. I would like to thank everyone, and should you have any questions, feel free to ask. We had to, yeah, we've gone a bit quick, but feel free to ask any questions. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so if you have any questions that you'd like to ask, I haven't looked at the question box yet, but you can raise your hand and I can also activate your mics if you want to ask them in person. So don't hesitate to use the little icon to ask to raise your hand and I can activate your mic. If you have any, like I said, questions regarding the recording, everyone's going to receive the recording, the presentation. You guys can also see that Roshan is showing us a slide with some additional resources about some of the subjects that we discussed throughout this presentation. So I'm going to go to the question box now and see if I have any questions. Okay, I have Vince Hilliard that says, I've signed up for the partner program, but I haven't heard anything back from you. It's it's been months. How do I get you to reach out to me? Rashan, I'm gonna let you answer, Vince.
Yes. So basically, there's some backlogs that we're cleaning right now. So I'm going to respond. I'm going through a backlog to ensure that we're responding to the partners that has login, because I've recently joined OVHCloud. So we're working towards that. So just bear with us for some days now. The backlog is being cleaned, and any new partners that is being registered, we're going quicker on that. But we're working towards the backlog to clean everything. So, but you can ping us, just send us an email if you want to register, like for me to process it faster. I'm going to do it. Not a worry.
Yeah. So Vince, we have all your information, and I'll make sure that Rashan receives your email and your contact information directly, and he should be contacting you shortly. I'll share all your information with him, so that should happen quickly.
Thanks for
All
the
right.
question, Vince.
So we have another question here from Abdel, and he says he wants to know if the partnership includes any price benefits.
So it's not exactly price benefit. The reason being is that our pricing is already very low. So if you compare to the market, for example, if you go and compare the dedicated server, virtual dedicated server, and you compare the same pricing, we are basically 20 to 30% lower than our nearest competition. So you're already getting a really, really low pricing. But then when the thing here is that what we tell our partners is not to sell only that. When you're selling, you package it. Packaging meaning that you sell the cloud platform with your services on top of that. That's how you differentiate yourself and create value as well. You send the migration part, you send the training part, you send the technical support part, which is really, really lucrative. Basically, this become a really recurring revenue for you to support your customers. So our pricing might really be like 1/10 of the whole package that you're proposing, but then this is how it goes.
All right. We have another question here from Olivier that says, what is the main difference in terms of support between standard and advanced?
So basically, when you're a standard partner, if I go back, just to put that into context for everyone. So at the top here, there's the difference, like, for example, one of the key aspect of advanced partner that support that they get is they get to get trained into the partner academy. They get to be associated with an account manager, and that account manager help them build the business further. It's not to say that standard partners don't benefit that, but it's more, let's say, focused for advanced partners. And advanced partners benefit also from an advanced technical support. So basically, if there's any let's say small issues with customers, they come up into the priority. And also in our partner directory, the advanced partners, they come on top. Though both are in the partner directories, both names of the companies will be in the partner directory, but then the advanced partners is come at the top. So these are the few key differentiators that partners benefit, when they are advanced over standard. Having said that, a standard partner when they can start as a standard partner, but nothing prevents them from migrating from standard to advanced partner. And basically, that's what we're trying to do with all our, upcoming standard partners. We're trying to help them get more business, because the more business they get, the more they see the benefits of becoming an advanced partner and invest more resources, because then the more resources they invest, the more resources we will invest from our side in order to get them more business and create more sales for them. I hope I've
All
answered the
right.
question.
So I have some Spanish questions here. I do not have my Spanish speaking colleague on the line right now. So let me just send them over to her and maybe I'll activate her mic. So just bear with me, guys. This is a question from Freddie Martinez. And then I'll send his questions over and then I will activate her mic. Just okay. Eileen, can you hear me? If not, Freddie will answer your question through email and we'll have her contact you directly. Okay. Oh, okay. So Freddie wrote the question in English for me. The issue of price is important. The perception that OVH does not manage a price for us as partners makes us see that we always compete against the brand. So we differentiate ourselves with the service. In this sense, it is preferable that OVH adjusts its commercial price so that the channel can apply the discounts and thus receive a unification. Can you maybe give Freddie more information on that, Hashan?
Okay, to relate a bit to the previous questions, while we have taken note of these requests from the partners, perhaps in the coming month this could change. But however, our principle right now remains that we are providing really the best pricing to our partners. And of course, the differentiation will come when the partners package our solutions, our cloud services, and sell it to their customers. Having said that, if a customer is already talking to our partners, we will never engage with that customer, even if they start engaging with us. We will ensure that the partner has priority, and of course the communication should be both ways. If they don't tell us that we're working with these customers and basically the customers talk to us, and normally what we do is we normally ask the customers, if are you working with a partner. Most customers will say which partner they are working towards to. But if they don't say, then we won't know. There's also I think I'll let Stephane answer. He's more on the commercial aspect. Stephane? Christina, can you unmute Stephane?
Hello. Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
I was on mute. My bad. Yes. The thing we do that with our partners is we'll have an account manager that's actually linked to a partner. So whenever you have a deal going on with a particular customer, we will do what we call a deal registration, or open what we call internally an opportunity with that particular customer. So should that customer call or ask for any pricing internally, it will be redirected to the account manager, and the account manager will redirect and again open a conversation with that customer, mentioning that you are recently dealing with such and such partners, and we will make sure that the commercial communication is routed through our partners, because what we want to do is make you guys successful.
Okay.
Hope this has answered.
I have a question here from Mohammed Imran. But your prices are on web. Maybe if you could give us a bit more information in regards to, are you speaking about web pricing on our web products, or maybe Mohammed, we could take this question offline because I'm not quite sure what the question is here.
Yeah, our prices on the web, that's true. That's not supposed to be a problem. Like I reiterate, we are really transparent in terms of our pricing. However, the partners, again, like when they become partners with us, they package our pricing with their services and then resell it as a value add. I might be repeating myself, but basically that's how our partners is creating value. Again, with all the partners we've been working towards to, when, for example, when we're doing a proposal to a customer, basically our like cloud platform form parts really like 1/10 or 1/15 of the whole proposal, because the proposal, we're only providing you with a platform for you to build. It's like when you're building a house, we're just giving you the land and we can help you build the house, but you are building the house. You know, it's the analogy it's a bit simplistic, but basically that's it. So whenever you're selling to your customers, you just don't take it and sell it to your customers. There's a whole aspect of services or differentiation that you bring to the market. There's a consultancy part as well, and partners love this. Consultancy services, it's like 90%, 80% margin. It's not like when you're selling hardware whereby the margin is like below 5%. Here, it's the total reverse, because once you get the right practice in place to sell that, it's all money, money, money. And that's what we are telling our partners. Yes, at the beginning you need to build a sort of practice around what you're selling based on what normally you do. But then once you've done that, it's all good. You know, the migration of O365, migration of Oracle services, etc., etc. It's all, there's a whole field out there for you to play, and we are just giving you the key to that, to the playground.
All right, we have another question here from Freddie Martinez. For what time is white label usability planned? So basically he's asking about when they'll be able to use white label.
Okay, that question perhaps Stephane can answer.
I mean, a lot of our partners there's a big difference between a reseller and the partners. The partners typically will take our services and add a layer of services on top and sell it as a solution. The people that white label our services typically are what we call reseller. What they will do is they will use APIs or direct connect to our ordering system, and they will have a web interface on their website which the customer orders from, and the stuff gets ordered directly through APIs on our
Stephane?
partner. Yes.
We lost you there for a second. Can you maybe restart the answer to the white label question?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yes, sorry about that. The white label is, like I said, resellers and partners is two different categories at OVH. A reseller are people that will link directly to our ordering system through APIs and scripts. So they will have an interface on their website that allows their customers to order directly from them without even the customer knowing that they are ordering from OVH. As opposed to a reseller, our partners, what they do is they will buy services from us or have the customer buy directly to us, and they would add their services on top, selling it as a solution, as a packaged solution, as opposed to just hardware. But if you look at the difference between reseller and partners, that's a two different type of relationship with OVH. We do have resellers that buy hundreds and sometimes several hundreds of servers at one time for reselling. Then we have a different commercial agreement with them. They don't get the same support, they don't get the same terms and pricing, and they buy in huge bulks. Like I said, sometimes 100, 200 servers at a time. So those guys will have a different commercial agreement with us. But if we're talking about 1, 2, 5, 10 servers at a time, and you buy them one at a time, it's a different approach to white labeling if you want. So I don't know if that answers the question. I'd be glad to talk directly with the people. Unfortunately, I don't speak Spanish, but I'd be more than happy to have a phone conversation or a face-to-face conversation about this.
All right, perfect. Freddie,
Thank you, Stephane.
you're more than welcome to send us a question in order to get contact with Stephane directly. So don't hesitate to do that. I have another question here from Vince that says, regarding deal registration, does OVH commit to partner deferral in the contract? Far too many companies say they respect it, but all of the big players are guilty of using the system to engage clients directly.
No, first of all, let me answer that one. We don't have services per se. We don't do managed services. We don't do the things that you guys do. We don't do. We don't have that capability internally, and that's why we are in the market infrastructure as a service provider and not software as a service like the big guys. They will use their link to the customers because they have the services that you provide to the customers. We don't do managed services. We don't do infrastructure update. We don't do consulting. We don't do all the services that you offer. OVH does not offer. We have to remember that we're an infrastructure as a service provider. So we even if we wanted to, we can't compete with our service, our partner. Sorry, and it would not make sense to bite the hand that feeds you. We want to develop an ecosystem of partners, not cannibalize our partners. It would not make sense.
Thank you
Again,
for
I
your
would be more than happy to discuss that directly.
Perfect. And we'll be happy to send you Stephane's contact information if you guys wish. So if you want to ask me that question, I'll send it to you directly. We have another question here from Olivier that says, we are located in 2 countries. How does partnerships work globally? Do we need to register for 2 countries, or do we just have one registration for the partner program?
Let me answer that. Normally, it depends on where your head office is, but it's per country normally. Normally, if you register, it's for one country. The reason we do that is because then if you have one and many partners can cover a lot of countries, might not be too fair. So normally it's per country. So if your head office is in one country, you register that and that will cover that country. And then if you do have subsidiaries, you will have to register per country. That's how it is right now. I don't know if it will change afterwards. But again, that's a good question. We can take that. So per partner, I can discuss with them on an individual basis how we're going to do that.
Roshan, I think that the latest decision on that that we wanted it to go commercially was to have it continental based, or as we internally we call them clusters. So a partner that would be in the Americas would be like for LATAM. So in South America, he would be covered for South America. Somebody in North America would be covered for North America. But that's the direction that we're trying to go, because to prevent having a partner need to register like one in Colombia and Mexico and US, Canada. So we would like to make it as elastic as possible.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I will discuss it in an individual basis with the partners, and we see how we can go from there. Thanks, Stephane.
Perfect. We don't seem to have any other questions. Oh, yes, we do. Freddie is asking, how many members is the OVH Canada team made up of, and with how many resources will we have for Latin America?
It depends on on which side. I mean, in North America, we have 200 and some employees. We do have Latin employees also. Like, we have a support speaks Spanish. Some of our support people speak Spanish. We have Spanish account managers that will be able to speak Spanish with you. So if you're asking if we have people that can support and interact with you commercially and technically with you. We have resources here in Montreal that can help with that. We also have technical support and other people in Spain that do speak Spanish that can support us. So I don't know if that's the actual question, but if you're asking if we have commercial and technical support staff, we do have that in Montreal.
All right. We actually have another question here from Hayden. What are the differences in terms of investment between a normal partner and an advanced partner?
Okay, I can answer that. Basically, for advanced partner, we do require an advanced technical support. Basically, and the reason because of that is you will have to ensure that your customers are satisfied, because you're going to get a lot of customers, and then we will have to have quicker response in terms of technical support. This is like more in terms of a monetary, let's say, investment, but then it's very, very low per month. And then, of course, you will have to have more resources to support and sell. For example, you will have to like have some resources to participate in our partner academy. And for example, you will have to have account managers working with salespeople working with our account managers. So this is really in terms of investment that differentiate really the standard and the advanced partner, which makes sense. Like if you become an advanced partner, you're selling, basically you either you have intention of selling more, you already have people that are selling, that are trained, that are selling, or you intend to recruit people to sell. And again, it's investment that you intend to take in order to really go and sell more in the cloud. And so that's what it is in terms of investment. Hope I've answered the question.
All right. We don't seem to have any other questions at the moment. If I'm going to give you guys maybe 2 more minutes to send in any other questions you may have. If not, I think give it a little bit more time. If not, we can end the webinar here. I just want to mention, please do not forget to fill out our survey at the end of the webinar. It's very important so that we can keep on improving and providing more information for you all. Like I said, this webinar is being recorded. You will receive the presentation as well. So if there are no other questions, I think we're going to wish you guys all have a great day. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to speak to all of you very soon.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
everyone.
Hold
Have a
on.
great day.
I think
Question?
we have one last question. Someone made it. Hello. What depends to be eligible for standard partner or advanced partner? I guess Carlos is asking for eligibility requirements, I guess.
Well, first, look, the differentiation here, it also depends in terms of the partners. So when the partner does the application, I reach out to them first by email or by phone and start discussing with them. If the partners feel that they can really do big numbers, or they're already doing, and then I engage with them, and we can directly put a partner as an advanced partner based on their size, the sales they're already doing, or the projected sales that they intend to do, and also they are confident that their resources can really start right away. So again, to answer the question, I reach out to the partners, and it's a discussion between the partner and ourselves. So if the partner can still begin as standard and then move to advanced, or they can start directly advanced if they do have the resources and they see that the projected sales that they're going to do is going to be, significant, So yeah. So, but reach out to me directly. It's again, every partner that does register as a partner, I immediately, there's a backlog, that's true, but I immediately reach out to them, send them an email, start asking them questions, and then we go from there. And the ones that intend to become advanced, we start and we do a WebEx sessions with them as well to understand their business, to know where they want to go. Would that be really profitable for them, for us, for to be advanced? So, and then there's a few questions as well. So yeah, it's really how to say, mutual understanding if that would make sense for them or not. Because there's investment as well, but I already mentioned. If you want to become advanced, there's some investment, but then if you're not making the numbers, you don't want, like, everyone won't be happy, like you're making investment if you're not getting the right ROI, So I hope I've answered
We
the
have another
question.
question here from Freddie asking, have you considered increasing the support team in Spanish? I guess increasing the size of, or the number of support agents in Spanish.
I know, like Stephane mentioned, our support team, we do have some support here in Montreal. We have bigger support team in Spain. But I don't know, perhaps in the future, if the more we get partners in terms of us, that talk Spanish, perhaps we will increase the support. It's nothing is prevent us from increasing the support.
I don't think at this point there are any plans to increase that. To be honest, we would need to speak with the support people to get a status on what will be done as far as increasing or decreasing the number of Spanish people. I know that we're hiring constantly to increase the amount of people that are doing support here, but to be honest, I don't know if it's in the plan or not.
I have another question here from Tulio that's asking the difference. I think it's not clear for him what the difference is between a partner and a reseller, because they have offices. He's mentioning that they have offices in 5 countries. Can we maybe supply some extra documentation that differentiates partner versus reseller? Or I think maybe Tulio, we can reach out to you directly if that's more helpful as well, to maybe have a conversation about that. Stephane or Roshan.
Yeah, that'll be fine. I think it's, as Stephane mentioned that earlier, like a reseller will not benefit whatever that partner, what we're saying here, what we have presented. No, it's a reseller is something different, and partners benefit with all what we're saying here. But again, please feel free to reach out directly to us. We can have a WebEx session, a call discussion, and or even through mail. Like we will respond to you.
And then Freddie has another question asking, he says here that in Spain, they only take care of the Spanish accounts unless has that changed recently? Can we answer that question in terms of if the Spanish team only responds to Spanish tickets, or do they respond worldwide?
We would need to check with the people from support, but my understanding is that they would take the overhead if needed.
So what we can do, Freddie, is that we can check that information, and what we'll do is that we'll check with our teams and we'll send you the answer by email following the webinar. All right, we do not seem to have any other questions. We have 5 minutes left, so I'm just going to give you guys the opportunity to ask a few more questions, and we'll just stay on the line for these extra 5 minutes. Okay, I have Sandro here that has a question that says, hi, will the partner have a different price from the one published on the site?
No, not exactly. Partners normally get same pricing from my understanding. Like I think I have some routine myself. And Stephane as well has mentioned that partners, when they take our pricing, they then package it with their services, managed services, provide the migration, the training, the technical support. Again, our price is, for example, if a partner is buying, for example, a dedicated server or VPS, which is a private virtual private server for their customers, it's like they're buying only the server. But what comes all along, migration of their VMs, migration of their application, managing all that, the backup, etc. This is what the partner do. That's the value add that the partner provide. Again, the component of OVH is really small when when there's a whole proposal with a customer. So, and the pricing that we provide is really good. So right now the price will be the same, but then there's the differentiator that the partner provide to their customers.
All right, I think we have a final question here from Carlos asking, do you have plans to have some data centers in LATAM in the near future? So are we planning on building any data centers in Latin America in the near future?
Maybe I can take this one. So far, no, but that is actually changing. I would say every year we weren't supposed to have one in Asia Pacific, and all of a sudden we had one because the demand drastically increased. So as far as officially, it's not in the plan yet. But as far as new data center opening is concerned, we are opportunistic into how we do that. So I would not want to commit any numbers, but if the opportunity is there, for sure, OVH will open a new data center in LATAM. But for now, in all truth and honesty, it's not in the numbers.